Listen, I've been doing some planting and repotting some stuff and making some oils, and I've been busy, okay? um, y'all ready to get in this energy? Because listen now, the message I got earlier was the devil wants payment, okay? My nose itching. And somebody here could be a little nervous. Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna get this channel message, okay, and then we're gonna tap into the $20 mini reads and the two questions for $10. Okay. All right, y'all. Beloved ancestor spirit guides to the Most High God, I call on Archangel Michael for protection. Anybody sending anything physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, please black and blind them. I call back our energy and send those back with full forgiveness in all forms to the universe at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the Most High God. All right, y'all. Hey, hey, what's going on? I've been good. So, let me get this straight. So, if your grandmother had a message for you, um, how would you react to that? Would it still be satanic if your grandmother from the other side wanted to speak to you? Is it still satanic? I guess you don't know how to answer that, do you? Or say you lost a child and you want to hear from that child and you're grieving and you want a message to find out what was going on. You it's still satanic, huh? I guess if it don't happen to you, you think that it's a bad thing. Hmm. Oh, okay. To each his own. You have your own belief system. I'm just wondering how you found your way here to tell me what's good and what's bad. Hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's right. Hmm. All right. Hmm. But see, you just clarified my channel message. The devil wants a payment from somebody because somebody done something here, possibly to a grandmother. Thank you. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, everybody has their own belief system, and that's okay. No judgment, right? Um, and it is what it is, right? All right, I'm gonna give everybody a chance to hop in here before we get started. All right, guys. Whenever I get done giving this channel a message, like I said, we'll tap into the $20 mini reads and the 2 questions for $10. My Cash App and my PayPal is down in the description box. Okay, as well. All right, let's get to it. All right, y'all. Let me cleanse this energy out of here. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, y'all some 5 people, 5 towers. Y'all have some hot dog water ass energy too. Ooh, that's 7. Oh, y'all learning. I'm sorry, that's 6. There's a victory collective. Uh-huh. So it could be up to 6 people here that the devil needs a payment from. Okay. So you shook hands with the devil and now you trying to go save face and now you need some 10. It's a completion of a cycle. Okay. Yes, some change. And see, y'all still trying to conceal something here, okay? And it's not working. Yeah, with destiny and financial security. So you sold your soul for some type of destiny that you thought was going to be yours, for financial security, and now we got a problem, and my shoulder's starting to hurt. Somebody here stressed out. Okay. So who'd you put on the chopping block here? Let's see. All right, beloved, tell me about this change. Oh, you under judgment. Who'd they put? Where'd they put my collective at on the chopping block? Who? Yeah, some type of communication. Okay. You said you could get something done, huh? And then you got left out in the cold, and now you're laying there with all 10 swords in your back. Oh. I heard because my collective wised up and figured out that somebody here was rolling with the devil over there. Okay. Somebody, it could be snowing where somebody's at here, okay? And y'all listen, somebody could be on crutches. Y'all see this person here? Baby, somebody got effed up here, okay? Playing with the Empress here. Because somebody here got strength. Because somebody knew that their beloved ancestors was going to come in and put the wapow on somebody here as soon as they play with their destiny here and try to play with their financial security. Tell me about this devil here, Spirit. The sun. Something's come to light here. Why y'all keep... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Y'all can't handle the church, can you? 23, that's 5. That's change. The tower. I can't make it up. The magician. King of Wands in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. Could be 2 masculine energies here or 1. Just in this cold and calculated energy. Out here trying to bread their butter here. Okay, with the empresses and breadcrumbing. And trying to wait on these 4 different opportunities so somebody can take advantage of somebody here. And the beloved ancestor stepped in and said, no, you need to go back over there where you were sitting secretly. Why are you coming over here and needing something from the Empress? Because you ain't offering nothing. I heard a bunch of lies and a poisonous cup. Because you done cursed yourself to this 7 of Pentacles energy like I was talking about earlier. So you think, hold on, let me get this straight. So you think the Empress is fitting to pay your debts off? Is that what you thought? Because she's over here in this creative energy, 8 of Pentacles, and you've been watching methodically and observing, and you think that she's fitting to pay your debt off? Is it because you done signed up for the devil here? Is that's what's going on here? Because that ain't finna happen. Somebody's sadly mistaken here if they think they finna rush in and somebody fixing to pay somebody off for them, because that's not the case. Okay, tell me what else is going on here with this energy here. And that's the truth. And now somebody can't play victim. Because they could, y'all remember I picked up on this energy before. Somebody here has got the message. I was getting a message quite a few, maybe a year or so ago. Somebody owed somebody some money and said, hey, Divine Feminine's got it. The Empress has it. But I got to go over and get it from her. Like maybe somebody here had a bag of money and said they dropped it off with you and you spent it, you done something. Something is going on here and somebody just got the message that you don't even deal with somebody. So now you done made some enemies that you didn't want to make, but you thought that you was going to turn these enemies, okay, over here and like turn Divine Feminine over. Like, wait, she's the one got your money. And they're looking and they're like, Divine Feminine don't even deal with you. How'd she get my money? What's going on here? I heard the warehouse. Okay, the warehouse is going to be very significant. I don't know if that's a club, a bar, where somebody's meeting somebody, but like they had some kind of meeting here, Divine Feminine, and they told him, hey, listen, I got to go over here, such and such, got this. Okay, y'all, I just posted a message about somebody lurking around your house, and see the way where you're set up and where you're living, there's cameras, and somebody don't want to be caught on camera. Okay. And this energy, Veronica, would make sense because maybe she owes somebody and she's trying to set you up and possibly say like you took the money, or she had you to hold it or something. You see what I'm saying? Like, but somebody's sitting here like you're holding something and you're going to be able to make this payment and do something. Right, exactly. Y'all, what I tell y'all about the audacity? Who's giving it away? Cause child, some of this energy, I'm like, what? Who told you what? Somebody cannot let this flow either. Okay? Cause somebody wants you to get karma. This could even have something to do with your childhood. And it's like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. I don't even deal with nobody from my childhood. Why would I? I didn't make that deal with them. You did. Y'all, somebody wrote a check that they behind can't cash here. And somehow they trying to throw you in the middle of something from the childhood or some childhood people or some. You like, no, I don't think so. I do not think so. And for some of y'all, you could have had a conversation with somebody and cleared this matter up already and said, yeah, I don't know anything about that. Because somebody could have got a direct phone call and said, yeah, I don't know anything about what's going on here. Like, I ain't seen them in 10, 15 years. Like, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, tell me about this energy here, Spirit. Business. Somebody did some business with somebody. Okay, and if this is your doppelganger, somebody's sadly mistaken. If somebody was infiltrating your business, somebody here is like, hold up, you're not even the person that I was supposed to be talking to. Wait a minute, who are you? Y'all, okay, if you have a business online, a website or something, did somebody send somebody quite a bit of money to do some services here and they never received the services, and now somebody's fixing to call you and be like, hey, you know, blah, such blase, right? Y'all, somebody could have got scammed here. If you have a business and somebody was infiltrating your business and they paid them. And this could be somebody from your childhood. You said they had my child do a false report on me and my fiance. Now we are being investigated. It's been a few months now, and now my child wants to tell the truth, but is afraid of. Veronica, didn't I tell you that that's eventually what was going to happen? And hey, listen, that father finna be in trouble because you manipulated a child. I don't know if you was on my live the last 2 days. This energy has been heavy. Like they wanted to do all of this stuff and coerce these kids and saying stuff in the courts and doing this and doing that, and now getting innocent people investigated, and now things are being opened up here. Big justice is in the building, right? Big karma. Because, see, listen, that's a form of spell work, right? They went into the courts. They put your name on the paperwork. They had this child to put down a false statement about you, okay? So now when you enter me into this entity, into this contract with a pure lie, then you take a child and you use a child. Now we don't wrap yourself real nicely into karma. And that's why everything is unfolding like that. Remember, Veronica, when I told you, don't sweat it. Don't worry about it, because everything gonna work itself out in the wash. Remember, everything got to come back full circle. Because now the father could be literally over there threatening the child. I got you, boo. What's up? And you see what I'm saying? There wasn't no reason for you to freak out, because it's like this: when you know that you're in the right in something, especially when it comes to certain situations like that, I give that to spirit. I'm like, spirit, I'm gonna let you handle the light work. That's what I did when in my own situation, because I knew they was manipulating, I knew they was lying, and I knew that they had other intentions, and they thought they was going to get a payday at the end of the day, right? And then at the end, you throw the child out. Now you don't want the child because you couldn't get what you wanted. See what I'm saying? It's it's real interesting how these doors is closing in these people's faces. And then you had all these resources to help you, and now all y'all looking like boo boo the fool at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? I can't make this shit up. But back to what I was saying, somebody here has done some kind of business transaction, business deal, done something here. And it's like the devil wants to come in and collect now. And it's like, who did you sign? Who'd you shake hands with? Okay. Something about this. That's it. Can I tell you something, love? You said, generally, I hate people. Me personally, I'm a Christian. I know that you have a different belief system than me, but honestly, everybody in this world is messed up in some sort of way. Like, I can't even lie. Okay? Well, can I tell you something? We all are like a broken crayon. No matter what we, believe, or, if you're Christian, if you're Catholic or whatever, Jewish, whatever. We've all been through things in our life. And that's why I say, yeah, we're broken crayons, but we can still create a better future for ourselves. We can't go back and change what happened back then, but we can definitely create a better future for ourselves. It doesn't matter where we come from, all that matters is where we're headed. And we need to remember one thing: we control our vessel, and that's it, and focus on ourselves and self love. Okay? Um, Sometimes people get so caught up in what everybody else wants them to do. Maybe you need to step back and ask yourself what's going to make you happy. Because there is listen, we live in a sinister world. And it's kind of like maybe you've lost your way. Maybe it's time for you to go within and talk to that inner little girl or little boy within you. That inner child is asking you, what is it that you want? See what I'm saying? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we can't control them other people. The only vessel we can control is our own. And change our perspective. Maybe that's why you're here tonight. Just sit back and listen. Hey, what's going on, babies? Okay, you said, so I believe I'm on my path to becoming a witch, but I'm unsure to come back to the practice. I want to come back in my power and find my strength. Okay, something I pulled to. I'm gonna ask you a question. Whenever you was doing your workings, whatever it was, do you feel like that it was leading you in a dark place? Do you feel like you You needed more training. Because sometimes we hop into things and we're so excited, and we need to do more studies. We need to really understand what this is, right? Understand your lineage, understand your bloodline. And also, when I say study, you want to study other cultures and their bloodline as well. So we make sure that there's a fine line and a fine boundary, you know what I'm saying, that we don't cross over to, because it's easy to do that, right? um and also using your discernment whenever we talk about, getting a mentor or following somebody. If somebody gives you some advice and it don't feel good, I would suggest you, it's kind of like going to a doctor. You talk to a doctor, go get you a second opinion. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing in the spiritual community. You want to make sure that you're not being misled and taken off into this direction when it doesn't feel good to you. And the fact that you're asking these questions, I feel like you was being misled, and it kind of was like, okay, hold on, I don't like where this is going. You definitely want to be careful what you're trying to tap into and what it is you're doing. You said yes, back then I was very mentally ill and definitely needed more training, and now I'm medicated and I feel change in myself. I've worked very hard in progressing in my life. I feel like right now, I'm gonna be honest, I would focus on my healing. Um, I wouldn't be trying to jump into something over here. Finish healing thyself, okay? Um, because with you dealing with some mental health things, sometimes you can tap into things and it'll put you in like a psychosis, right? Even as any real reader will tell you, you got to be careful what energies that you're absorbing, right? Like if you're watching too much tarot and it's like, okay, this is overwhelming, maybe you need to pull back from that and really do some self-care and love on yourself. Because I made a video about this the other day. Please do not try to make your story fit over here. You know what I'm saying? Because not everything that somebody puts out is going to be your story, right? But be careful of your thoughts, because your thoughts is your reality, right? So if you're sitting over here saying, oh my God, this is happening, that's happening, they're coming for me, they're doing this, eventually you're going to go into a psychosis and you're going to flip out, okay? Because you need to meditation, grounding, you know what I'm saying? Um, is very important, and also too, you want to connect with your guides and figure out where your spirit team wants you to go, what they want you to study and different things like that. Like this journey is about you, but you also want to be very careful with your mental health and what you're diving into here. And read, okay? Read books, find you a elder, and they're going to help you, right? And I'm glad that you come here, because I'm always talking about different things. You're more than welcome to come back and sit in class, baby, because I'm always teaching. You just, you got to be very careful of people, because people are malicious. They will tell you things knowing that, listen, that's like, okay, whenever you're talking to your beloved ancestors, you want to call on your beloved. Okay, you don't want to call on your ancestors. You want to call on the beloved ones, the ones that have that love and light, and like they really, you know what I'm saying? They got the good, um, they got your interest, and it's positive. Okay, now see, when you call on the ancestors, you don't know who the hell you calling on. Because see, this could be somebody passed on in your family that was Vato Loco. They just psycho. You know what I'm saying? And they want revenge. So that's why you need to be careful. And then also when you get a message, You ask if that message 3 times. Ask if that message is coming with love. Are they coming in with love? Because one or two things gonna happen. You're gonna get a yes, we're here to assist you, help you, okay? Or number two, they're gonna cuss your ass out. Because that spirit has to tell you the truth. That's why we tell people you gotta be careful of the spirits and the deities and different things like that you call on. You got to make sure, like, you need to look up what that deity means, what that deity works with. What's, is it protection, or, you got certain ones out here that protect women and children. You know what I'm saying? You got ones that it's going to port, there's so many things. And I'm going to tell you something, on this journey, you'll never stop learning. You'll just learn to be more careful with what's going on. Okay, love. I hope that I was able to guide you and help you. You know what I'm saying? And also, I'm gonna tell you something. People are very judgmental. Whenever it comes to spirituality and things like that, you'll have people tell you that going and doing meditation and balancing your chakras and going and eating organic foods and doing yoga and being obedient and not listening to them will tell you you're wrong. But how in the hell am I wrong if I'm over here and I'm balanced and I'm watching my health and I'm eating clean and and I'm grounding myself and working the trauma. Yoga works the trauma out of your body like meditation does. You see what I'm saying? Or going and getting like energy work done, that helps you remove things. And then the more that you clear out your sacral chakra, the more you're opening up to your gifts as well. Because, see, you want to start from the bottom, okay, where your root is, and work your way up. You don't want to start backwards. You don't want to start up here and work your way down. You want to start from the bottom. And a lot of people, I'm going to tell you something, they go celibate. They do not trade their sexual energy. They don't have sex whenever they first get on their journey because they're starting from the bottom and cleansing everything. And yoga helps you release all of that as well. But you have people that tell you that it's evil and it's this and it's that, and but it's it's a way to manipulate. Because, see, they want access to your root chakra. They need your heart to stay closed off. And see, that's the thing is whatever kind of working you're trying to do, you want to make sure you got an open heart while you're doing that type of work. And like you were saying, you was in a dark place. You had some mental illness going on. You don't ever want to mess around because your heart chakra's closed off. Your mind ain't right. Now we need to get you balanced before you go over here trying to step into this. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's levels to this. You got to be careful of putting yourself in a psychosis. Okay? Because you got to remember, it's good and bad and everything. Right? Yeah. You're welcome, love. You're welcome. Can I tell you something? I had a very, very mature, older mentor. She meant business. Whenever I got introduced to her, and the way she handled me, she didn't handle me with care. She handled me straight, no chaser. She said, "This ain't a game." She said, "This you evolving and stepping into your purpose. You gotta have thick skin, and you gotta know what you can and can't do. You gotta have boundaries. You gotta use your discernment at all times, and you gotta pay attention to how your body feels." She said, "And you got to recognize people, places, and things ain't always who they show up to be, right?" And that's very significant. I'm being called to pull an ancestor card, a beloved ancestor card for you. We're gonna see what your beloved ancestors got for you. Okay, tell me what's going on here. What y'all got for soul sister here? Follow your instincts. Your voice is being heard. They hear you. They just need you to follow your instincts. Okay. That's right, Veronica. That's what you got to do. Hey, hey, what's going on? What else, y'all? And look, they're saying set boundaries. You need to set boundaries. Your voice, they can hear you. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There could be some energies around you. My nose is itching. That's confirmation that you possibly need to release. Cause see, normally when we get around low vibrational people, and they will lower our vibration to keep our gifts where we're stuck, where you can't follow your intuition. You got to remove those people. You got to let them go. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if you've already let them go physically, maybe it's time to do that release. Right? Write it down because writing's powerful. Um, so yeah, writing's powerful. Write down things that you need to release, roll it away from you, and burn it, and that's it. Okay. Because, see, subconsciously, sometimes we don't realize we're still holding on to things and we want to clear out all that clutter so we can move forward. Mm-hmm. All right, now, Star Johnson, do you know what? I was always told that, right? And the other day, it was so crazy. A couple weeks ago, me and my husband was sitting there, and there was a lady who was doing yoga. Yeah, you want to release that pain, baby. That ain't yours. That ain't yours to worry about. Release it. You got to let go. Yeah, Lisa, now Star John, I heard the same thing, right? That's what I was going to tell you. I told my husband, I was sitting and I was watching, and I was like, man, that's real interesting. I always heard that yoga was evil and it's this and it's that. But once I watched her break down certain things, I'm like, how is that evil? I'm removing all this energy from certain parts of my body and I'm balancing out my chakras. You see what I'm saying? So for so long, like I was told this, but then it was like it clicked on the TV and I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. And then guess what? I started doing it myself. I was like, oh, I feel so much better. You know what I'm saying? Because we have stored up trauma, and that's what she was explaining. She said, in the root chakra and in the sacral chakra area, we carry a lot of trauma, and we don't know it. So it's certain ways we can stretch our body and move that energy around. Well, if you think about it, yoga is slick, just like Reiki, right? Where you're moving the energy and you're cleansing, but you're actually doing it yourself, right? You can do like 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day, right? You just put your hands up and roll your hips, okay? And sit and cross your legs, right? And roll your hips for 10 minutes. And you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you done cleansed out whatever you was holding on to. You know? That's why I was like, oh, okay. This is real interesting. But yeah, it's weird because it's like some people in their practices, what they do, that shit works because it helps you clear out your energy. It helps you feel better. That's like going, okay, for my vegans out there, organic people, okay? Uh, what's wrong with not eating meat? What's wrong with just going and eating just vegetables, right? We're not going to be like radical and be like, oh, we no, let's just think about the how the body's going to react. So now if we're only eating fruits and vegetables, eating clean, then you're doing yoga or meditation. Now all of a sudden your body's opened up, it's cleansed. So now you don't raise your frequency to a point where whatever's being sent, it's not going to be able to catch. See what I'm saying? So it's like you see people doing this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, make sure you say beloved ancestors though, okay? And see, that's another thing. That's something I always do. If I feel unclear about something in my life, I always say, beloved, show me in my dreams what I need to see. Because I feel, and see, right now we're in a Mercury retrograde. So it's a lot of confusion. But it's like, the more that people's awakening, it's not confusion. Because that's like right now is not a good time to lie, because you got Big Daddy Saturn that is activated with Neptune and it met up with Venus. You see what I'm saying? And it's in the planet of Aries. Neptune is in Aries. Then you got the age of Aquarius. You got a lot of things that's active with astrology as well. So when these planets is moving, listen now, you got certain things, karma comes in. That's why I say you want to be careful, yeah, with what you're tapping into. And always communicate with your beloved ancestors, always. You said okay, and I was just explaining why my God says it's a sin. I respect everyone's freedom of religion, right? And it's like this, at the end of the day, it's really not, how can I say this? This is like you going to the gym, okay? How do you separate yoga and the gym? Can you really? Because when you go in there and you get on that treadmill, you're working out the same chakras. Does that make sense? It's kind of like, okay, well, because you're a health nut, you shouldn't go to the gym because that's against the religion. You see what I'm saying? It's really, really strange how it's kind of the same. Do you know you're real rude, sir? You gonna send me some money? Cause my energy ain't free. My payment is down in the description box. Okay. Uh, PayPal or Cash App, and then I will pull you some cards. Did you not read it whenever you come in there? But please don't come here and being disrespectful and saying, "Lady, you gonna pull me some cards? Sir, you gonna pay me my money? You gonna try that? I got this. I got this. Yeah, yeah. This is my job. Yeah, this is my job, and y'all are here, and you want something for free, but you don't want to reciprocate the energy. No. Yeah. How are you telling me that you're not aware? Did you not read whenever you clicked on the live? No, it's all good, but I mean, listen, y'all can't be expecting me to give my energy for free. I've already sit here and gave a collected message. I mean, listen now, I'm only gonna give you so much. You're gonna reciprocate the energy. Some of y'all ain't even subscribed to the channel. Some of y'all don't like it. Some of you don't even give a damn gift. You don't even nothing. Y'all sit here and you watch. Say you was just scrolling. Spirit brought you here for some reason. Shit. You said shuffling Pokemon. Who's got Pokemon cards? That man, listen to Star Jones. Ha, Star Jones. Why did I say Star Jones? Johnson. Period. Listen now. So you said, why do I feel like you're really curious about what my cards is gonna say about you? See, cause you call it bullshit. I call bullshit what you talking about. You wanna see what my card's gonna say about you? Or are you scared? Listen now, if you're scared, you might as well go on and roll on. But I call bullshit. You're welcome. I call bullshit on what you talking about. Let's roll with it. What's up? I'm just saying, let's go. You call bullshit. I call bullshit on what you talking about. Cause listen now. You said, lady, explain your job. I'm quite interested. Okay, so I'm a light psychic medium and I talk to past on loved ones, and I'm an energy reader, and I'm also a Reiki healer as well. I work with crystals, and yeah, and I can give you channel messages about your life. I have quite a few jobs. I wear quite a few hats. How about we say that, okay? Um, and I am who I am, and I'm not going to change that. And my name is VG, by the way. It's not Lady. Okay? Thank you. Just put some respect on my name. It's VG. And that stands for Vision Goddess. Okay? I have that name for a reason. Because I have the vision. I know what's going on. And I'm a goddess. I'm not a lady. I'm not a queen. I'm a goddess. Thank you. So where are you at up here? You said shuffling them Pokemon cards and telling bullshit is no job. Well, come on to the forefront, okay? What they do on the Price is Right. You are next up. Come on up here. Let's see what we got here. Come on. I feel like you need to change your perspective about a situation. I feel like you're wasting your time on a partner, and you are so stuck in your own belief system of what your parents taught you, and you were being used and taken advantage of. And I feel like to you, you feel like you're supposed to be the caregiver, but you're really not. You need to stop taking care of people that don't show up for you. You're a people pleaser. Am I close? Is that helping you? I don't even need the cards. Just by the way, okay? The energy is very potent off of you. I feel like you're sick and tired, okay? You're sick and tired of taking care of his, mine, theirs, and ours, and taking orders and everything else. When do you speak up for yourself is the next question. When do you ever stick up for yourself? Because I feel like whoever you're around, they be bullying the shit out of you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I feel like you're a people pleaser. You go around pleasing everybody. You don't never make yourself happy. Everybody bullies you, and you just let them get away with it. And and it is what it is. You need to set some boundaries. Because when are you going to start making you happy? And also, Spirit is saying that let's go. Can I tell you something? Spirit saying you need to stop spending your money on dumb shit. It's like material things make you so happy, and that's not your happiness. So you're telling me, okay, I'm happy serving others, but when do you take care of you? Listen, I serve others as well. Okay, that's my life purpose. I'm always helping others heal and doing things, but I also had to learn, okay, who I am and what I need to do. I need to pull back, right? And I can't always show up for everybody. And see, that's what you're gonna have to learn. Because can I tell you something? You're gonna fuck around and go broke, and you're gonna be in poverty for the rest of your life, being in that energy, right? Sometimes no is a full sentence. You said you don't need anything for yourself. Yeah, baby, you need some healing. Listen, that right there is a belief system that has been hammered into your head. Everybody needs to give their self-love. Because can I ask you something? How do you pour from an empty cup? Because you're over here pouring into everybody else, but you don't never make time for yourself. You don't never pour into yourself. You don't never just like go out fishing by yourself. You don't go by yourself, something, go rest. You don't never have no me time. You got all these people around you. Then where's time for you? Like today, okay, look, I took time out for me, right? I woke up and I wanted to go plant shopping, right? Because I had to go repot my plants and stuff like this. And that's what excites me, okay? Because I'm just a little hippie. I love, I'm a hippie healer. That's who I am. So I love plants. So went and got my materials so I could get out there because that was my me time. And then guess what? I come back and I posted my content and now I'm here tonight. But you see how I pulled back from everybody else where everybody knows I'm coming, but I still have to carve out that time. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's really, really important. I feel like you need to go get your hair cut. Go sit down and have lunch by yourself. Okay? Put your phone down. Go to the park. Go bird seeing. Go sit and listen to the birds. Go sit in the park. Go sit by that water. Come back and see me tomorrow and tell me how you feel. And also, this is going to test whoever's around you. When you go bird seeing and you go out to lunch by yourself, whoever you're dealing with, I promise you, they're going to be like, what do you mean I can't go with you? Nah, I'm going to take this day for myself. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do... Hey, real shit, you going to watch how people feel about you choosing yourself for once. Okay? Come back and see me tomorrow. You listen, it's no reason to be ruthless, because that's not gonna help, right? That's right. You're curious about the card thing. Okay. So listen, I have different decks. Wow, I cannot make this shit up. Guess what? This right here flipped over. It said power. You need to take your power back. Cause somebody holding your neck. You see that snake? Yeah, that's that python spirit. You're gonna do what they say. But the whole time you're over here and you're like, hey, man, I can't do this, I can't do that. Cause I got this, I got that to do. Yeah, for everybody else. Like I said, go to the park, take yourself out to lunch. Okay? And you know what? As a matter of fact, go get you a Subway sandwich. Or go get you a salad. Okay? Get you a smoothie. A salad and a smoothie. Okay? Go sit by the water. And then I want you to come back tomorrow night and tell me how you feel. Because see, now you're eating clean. You're getting out in nature. You're grounding your energy. Tomorrow, you're going to come back and say, hey, I felt different. Okay? All right. Tell me what's going on here. King of Cups in reverse. Can I tell you something? You're not tapped into your emotions. A King of Cups upright, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is somebody that holds that truth close to them, but they're feeling their emotions. You're in this King of Cups in reverse. You're not feeling your emotions. Because you was taught as a little boy, shut up and don't cry. Don't be no sissy. Am I close? Am I close? Because that's what most of the masculines was taught. Shut up, don't you cry. Don't be no sissy. Y'all was taught not to feel your emotions. And that's what's going on with you. Okay, we'll keep going with the cards. Listen now. Tell me about the King of Cups in reverse. That needs to take their power back. Come on through, Spirit. Because see, when you take your power back, this Knight of Swords, whoever this air sign is, they're not going to be able to rush in. This could be a feminine energy. She controls you. See, what you're doing is she's literally got your heart chakra closed off because you feel like this is a feminine energy. She controls the narrative. That's why I said tomorrow, whenever you go to the park and you get your salad and your smoothie and you tell her, hey, listen, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to the park and have lunch by myself. You're about to watch somebody Flip the fuck out. Oh, so you are dealing with an air sign, feminine energy. Oh, okay, let's move on. You can send me a tip, Cash App, PayPal. Okay, listen now. Queen of Cups in reverse. Is it your baby's mama that you've been married to, or is it your mother figure? Your mama, she also got a hand in on what you got going on as well. Yeah. It's so many illusions that they're casting over you because you need to take care of them. You ain't supposed to take care of yourself. You take care of them. The Hierophant. Divine intervention is stepping in your life. And that's why you found me tonight. Because there's so many things that you're unhappy with. But you're just supposed to shut up, pay the bills. They tell you what to do. And that's it. That's all. You don't have no emotions. You can't cry about anything. Nothing. I'm just saying. To be honest, you live a very, very... a very controlled life. This is... What do you mean you're going to go do this? Have you ever just wanted to go fishing with your homies and everybody's like, oh, no, I can't go. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm a married woman. Can I tell you something? If my husband comes in here and he's like, hey, I got to go over here and see the family. All right, cool, because I got to work anyways. It's like you don't have an identity outside of something here. And you're not allowed to. Because it's like somebody don't trust you either. Can I tell you why? Because this hoe is cheating. She got to control every move that you make so you don't know what she's doing. Okay, listen now. Why do I feel like you've been dismissing the signs? You've been sitting there. Do. Yeah, here's my money. Yeah, I'm going to go do this. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, you could just go. Yeah. Heartless. Whoever you're dealing with is heartless. You said you don't know. The signs has already been there for you. I mean, at this point, I'm surprised Spirit ain't picked up a stop sign and smacked your ass in the face with it because their signs are there. Change up your plans one time and watch how she freaks out. What's your zodiac sign? Just want to make sure that I got this right. You always feel like you need to build somebody. You always got to be there. You always got to do this. You got to do that. Sometimes you got to tap into... What's your zodiac sign? You said she's scary, though. Why are you scared of her? She can't hurt you. Because you say no? What's she going to do? She going to walk around and throw a tantrum and be mad because you took your power back? Listen, I said no. Libra. Oh, wow. People pleaser. But I can't make it up. I'm married to a Libra. Listen now. And when I first met him, that was one of his things. Like, he loves people pleasing. He loves it. Like, he's a fucking champion at it, right? Can't make it up. That's why you got to stop. It's like you're always sitting in the indecision. That's why she can always tell you what to do. You're always, yeah. It's like she makes all the decisions. All right, tell me what's going on with Libra here. Yeah, you being juggled all the time. Yeah. Well, choose yourself. That's it. And then you're going to be celebrating. I'm telling you, I'm giving you an assignment tomorrow. Get up. Before you go to work, after work, go get you a salad, Drink you a nice cold smoothie, okay? Go out there, sit by the water, and do absolutely nothing. And then I want you to come back here and I want you to tell me how you feel. And also, you're going to also tell me how this woman flipped the fuck out on you because you did not do what she wanted you to do. Yeah. Okay? Miss Pamela, where you at, bro? I just sent you a message. Oh, shit. I'm stuck. You said that she won't leave me, right? I love her. Can I tell you something? If somebody loves you, they're going to be just fine with you going and having some alone time. How do you have peace in a relationship whenever you're always up under somebody, right? Can I tell you something? Love don't look at it like that. Love don't hurt you. I'm just saying. And also, can I tell you something? Love is not ownership. And I feel like this person feels like they own you and they don't. That's bullshit. You have free will. And if you have a problem with me going and catering to myself and doing what I do and you get all angry and mad, child, you need to go look at yourself. Why does she have such controlling issues? Are you the breadwinner? Do you take care of everything? She stays at home? Like I said, she controls everything here. You shouldn't even have that issue in a relationship. I'm being honest with you. Because you should be able to have that type of adult conversation where you meet in the middle. We're gonna agree to disagree. You said she stays home mostly. Because see, you're her security. You're her security blanket. So it's like if you go out here, she's like, oh, she's in panic mode. See, she needs to be doing work on herself. Because there's a codependency that she needs to heal with her own self. You can't be so codependent on somebody because I'm going to say this, right? What if tomorrow you can't show up? Then what's she going to do? What is she going to do with her own self? She needs to be addressing her codependency because she's so codependent on everything with you, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, that you're so damn drained. You're over here and you're like, I love her though. But you need to set boundaries, right? You need to have some boundaries. Honey, come. I want you to come here for a minute.
No.
Why not? Why not? Who? No, it's the truth. It's the truth. Cause see, listen, my husband is still in denial about his people pleasing award ceremony. Listen, he loves it. Okay, but when I first met him, he loved people pleasing. Now, okay, come here. Tell me what's going on. He'll tell you now, hey, we ain't doing none of that.
Who please people?
He's talking about, like, if I go against her, is she going to be, like, am I going to lose her? You shouldn't even be having that type of conversation, right? Like, like I was saying, he can't get out of her sight. She controls everything. Like, you come to me and be like, hey, I got to go over here, do this. All right, baby, I got to work. But he can't even have no freedom.
She got a secret tracker on his car.
That's what. See, look, I'm trying to tell you, my husband knows. That's what I said. Like she's there is something here that she's hiding from you as well, because she needs to know your every move and where you at. He's a Libra, by the way.
He ain't a real Libra.
How you gonna say? Really?
I'm a real Libra. I'm the first one. I'm the real Libra.
Okay, but I don't know when his birthday is. Okay.
Ain't that right? Tell him we big Libras over here.
So when is your birthday? Because my husband's the first deacon of Libra. It's like whenever you first slide into it, the end of February. I mean, not February. Okay. The end of September. So you're 10-1. Okay. So you're the 18th. Okay. So you're like the second deacon of Libra, right? So yes, there's more evolving that has to happen with you.
Man, you a Libra cousin? You ain't tapped in with the scale thingies? The Libra scales where you weigh the options, what's good, what's bad? Shit. You better kick into that Libra shit. Weigh them scale, cuz.
Do you see what I'm saying? You need to have your own like identity outside of your own relationship, right? It's like this shouldn't be a problem whenever you want to step out and do something out of the norm, whatever it is, right? That's some weird type of I need to control you. I need to figure out what's going on.
Hey, nah, real shit, excuse me, but hey, real shit, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go because I gotta go to work.
He said, what's wrong with the skills, man? They ain't balanced. They're way off balance.
Shit, they ain't know what shit. You ain't got your scales nowhere near balance, cuz. You ain't got your scales nowhere near balance. But look though, when I first met my wife, I used to give her all my money. She tell me to keep my money. I get mad because she telling me to keep my money. Shit, I couldn't give her my damn paycheck and my damn last breath depended on it. She making me keep my money, so hey, so I just take bills and blow it on herbs. So that's what I do.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because like, okay, do you know the only argument that me and my husband we have is who's gonna pay? He'll literally rush up to the register and he'll pull out his credit card or take his phone and tap to pay and he'll slam it down. Okay, we're trying to rush. But he wants to know what you do for a living, babe. I don't know if you want to disclose that information. I do know, but do you see how
Stay away from goofies.
Look, do you see the respect? Like there's certain things I'm not going to disclose because see, there's certain boundaries, right? I'm not going to talk about what he does for his job, right? Because
he didn't say nothing about my job.
Yeah, he did. It's right here. He says, what do you do for a living?" He said, "If you don't mind me asking."
I didn't see that.
It's right there.
Oh shit! Hey, shit. You know I work at a fast food restaurant. Cause shit, I'm in a dish room. I do what a lot of people don't want to do. Cause you know I don't mind getting my hands dirty to pay bills and take care of my wife. You know I do what the fuck ever, get my hands dirty. Do what the youngins won't do. I'ma work. My daddy raised a man.
Okay, so he says, I need a job where I can go pay first everywhere.
The hell is pay first?
I guess he just needs a job.
Shit, where he at? I can go off in the shower.
But you see what I'm saying? Like you gotta have that equal give and take in a relationship. You gotta have them boundaries. You see how you just asked me where my husband worked, but if he don't want that disclosed, then why am I gonna say something? Right? Because that's his business. Just there's certain things, that I feel as a woman is important to that he's got to. That's like his cell phone, right? He'll be like, "Babe, pick my cell phone up, see who's messaging me." To me, that's like, all right, cool, whatever. But whenever he goes and gets in the shower, okay, I'm not over here like going through his phone and looking. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there ain't nothing in there to be seen because I know that my husband's loyal and I don't even have to worry about that. I'll be like, why I gotta touch your phone for? I don't want to look at your phone, damn. Do you see what I'm talking about? Because, see, my husband's big on health. Okay, come back and see me tomorrow. I'm gonna make a believer out of you. Hey, a lot of times it ain't even about these cards, homie. Let me tell you something. Sometimes it's about changing your perspective and you talking to somebody who has already been there, right? Yep. Have a good night. All right, y'all. You said I was born August the 17th, 1982. Okay, so you're a Leo. Okay, somebody else said that they was a. Okay, you said I'm a real Libra. Okay, yeah. But see, what we're doing now is we're getting the masculines on their journey. When you start drinking, when you stop drinking that hard liquor and you start eating cleaner and you start really learning to sit with thyself and figuring out where you're putting all your energy and your money and your time and everything else, is it growing there? Because, like my husband told you, like, you're not going to spend all your money on me. I'm not going to let you. I want you to invest. I want you to make smarter decisions, right? Take care of things. Do what you need to do, right? If I need something, of course, I know that I can come and ask, but there needs to be a boundary because you don't need to be codependent on your partner. Y'all are building an empire together, so we got to balance those skills out together. You see what I'm saying? Because we going to put that work in together and we going to build together. But there needs to be a boundary, right? You shouldn't be like, oh, well, you got to give me all your money because he, like he told you in the beginning, y'all, that's what he used to try to do. I'm over here looking at him like, why are you trying to give me all your money? What's going on here? Don't you need something? Don't you want a damn a coffee and a hot chicken sandwich at lunch? Why are you trying to give me all your money? And he's looking at me like I'm a fucking nut. Like, hold on, what? Because that's what he was used to. He ain't never been with a woman that could actually take care of herself and, that would say, nah, babe, I'm cool. It is. It's a sad situation, y'all. It is. And, because they've been manipulated and mentally and emotionally trained that you ain't supposed to have no emotions. You go to work, you come in, you give me your whole paycheck, and that's it. You don't say nothing. What I say goes in the house. That's like also with even the children. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get upset whenever you start setting boundaries with the kids and stuff. When it's like, nah, y'all, this shit just toxic. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest, what my past is the reason now I don't there's certain things, nah, we ain't doing that. Cause I wanna make sure at the end of the day, no matter what happens, me or him, we're gonna be fine, like at the end of the day. But you can't like get with somebody and think that they're fixing to be your financial plan. Like they're fixing to come in and just give you their all and do this and do that and you do absolutely nothing. That's a one-sided relationship. And that's physically, that's mentally, that's emotionally, that's financially. Why is my dog over here choking? Okay, listen, don't get your ass choked out over here being in that type of energy, right? Pay attention. Class in session. And can I tell y'all something? That is why whenever a masculine meets a divine feminine, some of them are insecure because they're like I was saying today, how many of y'all found out that you was sleeping with your competitor because somebody was over here and they was so upset because you know how to grind, you know how to build your business, you know how to work, right? You need somebody that's gonna grind with you. You gonna need somebody that's gonna reciprocate that energy and say, "Hey, babe, listen, I know that you picked this up, but I'm gonna take care of this, and this." You know what I'm saying? Like, then y'all come together, cause it ain't always gonna be 50-50 in a relationship. Sometimes it's gonna be that 90-10. But how you gonna be able to show up when it's that 90-10? How is somebody treating you when it is that 90-10? Right? Because sometimes when it's 90-10, you see how somebody is. And that's why I was talking about earlier. You could have been dealing with somebody when it was 90-10. Somebody got really jealous. Instead of embracing what you was building and helping you and being that supporter and being that teammate, somebody turned into a competitor and an op over here and got in their feelings. Okay, and that's the thing. Shit, that's why. Whoo, child. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Listen now. What's going on, love? What's going on? All right, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna go finish smoking my cigarette. Okay, but yeah, y'all, this has been a very educational live. I feel like, man, listen, that equal give and take is important in friendships and family dynamics in whatever ship you're in. Okay, you just want to make sure a motherfucker not drilling a hole in your ship while you over here rolling. Okay, you want to make sure both of y'all that it's there, right? And make sure that they respect how you feel and things like that on everything. Y'all all should have a um a say on everything, right? And then you come to an understanding. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, right? And that's it. Like I said, that last message I had put out was about the somebody cheated you. They cheated you, okay? And they went over there and cashed out, and they didn't think about your ass. The only thing now that they're concerned about is that you got the key to go cash out on something else over here, and they're like, "Oh no, you got to come over here. We got to do this." But they never ever thought about you whenever they was holding that bag. Okay, I don't know who I'm talking to. And you're sitting here and now they running out of money and it's like, nah, you fucking cheated me. You cheated me. And now you want to run over here thinking I'm finna save your ass and I'm finna do this and I'm finna do that. Hell no, we ain't doing that. Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'll be right back, okay? All right, guys, I'm back. What's going on? What's up, y'all? Anybody need a mini read? 2 questions for $10. Hit your girl up. Popular loner. I'm trying to tell you, listen, a lot of loners, can I tell y'all something? A lot of when they put us in solitude, they think they're hurting our feelings. But really, y'all, it helps you grow. It helps you start finding yourself and your happiness, right? And you start really like seeing where you wasn't choosing yourself in certain, like my husband was just saying, sometimes you just need that. Let me take a ride, go and sit by the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay. Like, sometimes we need that alone time so we can sit and process and get our own thoughts together. Because right now the world's so chaotic. That's why I was saying meditation, getting by the water, grounding, gardening. Okay, listen, I know my girlies out there. Listen, y'all, I was so damn happy walking through Lowe's. I was like a little kid in a candy store. Okay, listen. They're like, look at this little hippie walking in here, hair all over my head. I'm just ready, okay? Like, I was so excited to go in there and buy some damn pot and soil.
You told them wait them two girls was moving.
That's right. And that's what I would do. I'd go and I'd get my coffee, right? And then I'd go out there and sit by the park and I'd give y'all readings. And that was healing for me. Right, and it was grounding energy. So you guys, while you're watching, nature's nothing but that's the only thing around me. So it's like it was grounding for you as well. So we're all just sitting out there just relaxing. Sometimes, like with the bonfires, when I would do those, everybody's like, VG, I really like those because it made so much it made you feel better, right? Thank you, sis. Yeah. My husband is really good to me. He's absolutely amazing. And he lets me be me. And that's the thing. He understands who I am and he understands my journey. And I protect him spiritually and he protects me physically. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I never had a man to protect me physically. They always hurt me. So he showed me something different when he come in that protective emperor energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I never had that. Because everybody always had an ulterior motive. They always wanted to come in and then the physical, the emotional, the financial, you know what I'm saying? All of that, right? Your girl been there. Yeah. And it's like when you finally have somebody that I did. I talked to God and I said, listen, God, I don't want nothing like I had in the past. I want somebody to come in that's going to love me, that's going to accept me for who I am, and, everything. You said you're from the hood too. Hey, listen, and that's the thing. When you're from the hood, listen, that's all you've been around. Your whole life is a damn pit of snakes over here. So you know how to recognize that energy. So when you meet somebody that's from the hood that's evolved, we already know what's out there, but we know that we're still capable of love, but we just got to raise our frequency and get up out of the hood. You take your lessons from the hood with you. I hope that makes sense, right? And it's like, okay, I don't want to be around that. I don't want to go back to that. I'm going to go somewhere else. Just because I come from there don't mean that I didn't learn my lessons there, right? But I'm gonna focus on where I'm headed in the future, and what is it that I can take to my community moving forward, right? And that's where we come in, and you tell your stories. Was you raised by a single mother, and she struggled, or was you in a 2-parent home? But it was just like the parents wasn't present, because a lot of us Gen X kids, that's what happened. our parents didn't know anything about emotions, and then all of us jumped in, started having kids, and now we trying to love on the kids, but we don't know what emotions are, so we trying to heal while we're having kids, but you got to take care of them kids. So it's like, shit. Yeah. It's like, it's like I'm stressed out. Like, hold on, why? And then have you, okay, some of us was raised in a two-parent home, right? And then you end up being a single parent. So then you don't understand their trauma because you had a father and a mother that was present. So now you're over here dealing with some kids that don't have that one parent that's present, right? So now we're looking at this and it's like, okay, because like at one point in time, I sit down and I told my daughter, I was like, I can't understand what you're going through because my dad's always been there. No matter what. Even though his ass was toxic, he was still always there. He always showed up. So like I kept it real with her. Like, I don't know you and your brother's struggle because I can call Papa right now. He finna pull up. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just that kind of, and you know, this day and time, like you gotta keep it real with your kids. Yeah. Yeah, I have a daughter too. She's, yeah. So it was like I couldn't relate to her pain because she was really needing her father at that time. You see what I'm saying? But I'm like, baby, I don't know. Listen, the only thing I could do was call him. That's it. That's why no matter what was going on, I would still always try to get him on the phone and be like, hey, you need to come and get the kids. You need, you know what I'm saying? No matter what the circumstances was, because it was important, he needed to be present. And I could try, but I couldn't make it happen sometimes. But you see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's very, very, yeah, it's very important. So now what we have to do is we have to sit and, you know, learn to help them cope, even though that's something we ain't never coped with, right? And that's hard. And you got to go to work, and you got to pay all the bills, and you got to be there, and you're just trying to show up, and you know you're trying to show up for a situation that you've never experienced in your life. So it's like, how do you tell somebody how to feel whenever that's what they're going through, right? That's why I say, man, you can't cast judgment on somebody's life and their own situation, especially if you ain't never experienced it. So, like, it's like, okay, well, let me take you over here so you can talk to this person who was without a father. Then they can help you. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know what that's like. So let me point you in the right direction because they know them emotions and that trauma that you feel. That's why I always say, like, if VG can't help you, I'm going to shoot you in the right direction that somebody can. Because if I ain't never experienced that, then how can I help you, guide you through that, right? Because it's going to be hard. Sometimes I feel like I get a little deep and everybody, like, they have to leave because, yeah, y'all don't, like, some people just ain't ready to sit down and really, really have certain conversations. You know, and it's like, y'all, it's time. Like, it's time to sit down and really look at things and what we're really struggling with. It's okay if you need to go get therapy. It's okay if, you know, you're still triggered, you know, about certain things. So sit down and talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And get some advice. Like I said, get a second opinion if you need to. Shit, listen now. It's so many people out here that's willing to sit and listen without judgment, you know. And that's really, really important. Because I'll tell you what, I wish back then I'd have had somebody that I could sit down and I could talk to that didn't cast judgment. But it was like everybody was so, listen, they was out here like this. Yep, we're judging you for this, we're judging you for this, we're judging you for this, but can I tell you something? They was doing the same shit, but it was back behind the scenes and nobody seen that. See what I'm saying? And it's like, okay. Because what made me happy, you judge me. Because I tapped into my magical powers, you judge me. because now I have wisdom about my own self and about what makes me happy, you judge me. How does what makes me happy, how does that even affect you? Because see, I was beneficial at some point. So whenever I started doing what made me happy, now that's a problem. Collective, this is where you're at. Hey, what's going on? See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you going and doing what makes you happy, has somebody else upset, it's because they can't benefit from you. Because y'all, some of these people, well, not, I'm going to say all of them, okay? They benefit from you staying stuck, you know? Thank you, babies. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. And a lot of people has like told me they watch me on my journey and watch me grow. Because y'all, I had to sit with myself and understand, like, I would set myself on fire to make somebody else happy. I'd put myself in so many bad situations, sacrifice myself because I love them so much, but they never reciprocated the love. You know, that's a Leo problem. See, that's the Leo. But also, the Virgo, right? I wanted to be a perfectionist. I want everything to be perfect, the right time, do this and do that. Finally, I just had to throw all that shit out the window and be like, okay, get back grounded, centered with yourself. Okay, everything ain't gonna be perfect. You can't make everybody happy. Stop trying to set yourself on fire. Everybody ain't gonna love you. Everybody ain't gonna want. Just because it's me and I've done evolved. Some people just can't accept that, right? And y'all, they used to hurt my feelings. Cause I'm like, I done all of this work on myself, and like, you don't even want to see that. It used to tear me up. I'd be like, why? I just wanted the answer why, and then finally one day I had to sit there and I'm like, well, you know what? Whatever. Keep working on yourself. I don't know who needs to hear that tonight. It's really, really important though. Keep working on yourself. Yes. I do, and I had to remember that everybody don't have a heart like me. Like, I go out there and, man, listen, I'm gonna make sure everything, all the T's is crossed, all the the I's are dotted, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. You got people that half-ass things. They don't want to do this. They want to jump to this, and it's like, well, we got to do this first. We can't jump over here and do this, and this. We can't skip the steps, right? And we have so many people out here that want to skip the steps. And it's like, wow. Y'all, something else I wanted to talk about. Can somebody explain to me how we talk about the war on drugs, right? We're like, oh, we're gonna clean the communities up with the drugs and this and this and this. But we don't never address alcohol. There's a liquor store on every corner. Never not once has somebody said and told me, well, this alcohol is gonna kill you. It's gonna poison your body. It's bad for you. But they're quick to tell you other things. Like, okay, food, for instance. Okay? They don't tell you certain foods is bad for you. Okay? We only put addiction over here with certain things. That's it. That's all. We don't expand the addiction and how many areas here it could be toxic for you, right? How many of us have we emotional eat, we emotional shop, we over love, we overcompensate. All these are toxic addictions, right? But we only put this little bit in that box and say, well, this is what we're going to focus on. Y'all see what I'm saying? We need to open our minds and understand that we can overindulge in too many things, like overindulging too much watching the internet, okay? You're absorbing all that energy, taking all that in. And you're not keeping up with your spiritual hygiene. You ain't cleansing. You ain't doing what you need to do. You're just stuck looking at this phone and just, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden this has become a really bad addiction. Yeah, it is. um but it's wild because we was never taught this. And now that the light has been shined on certain things when we talk about emotional eating, okay, the coping mechanisms. At some point, all this is a coping mechanism, right? Have you ever been around somebody that loves to go? They won't steal from you, but they also steal from Walmart. Okay, listen, you be like, bitch, listen, I can't deal with you. Okay, every time we go in here, you trying to slip something in your pocket because that's an addiction, just like that drug, right? Y'all know shit. Real life, I had a homegirl that she's addicted. She's a klepto. She would never ever take that $20 bill off my table, but take her ass to Walgreens or take her ass over to Walmart. She gonna tear the makeup section up. She gonna tear their ass up. I'll be like, sis, why you do that? Listen, just put it up here, we'll buy it. She was addicted. And it's like that was and she started understanding when her ass got put in jail. Because she had to understand that's a form of addiction that got you fucked up. Y'all see? But they don't talk about this because we just need to keep it in this box. No. We need to talk about these codependencies that people have. That's like you put yourself in financial debt whenever you're emotionally spending. You go out and you get caught up and you're buying shit that you don't even need. And it's like, what's going on here? Okay, hold on. I'm overspending, right? Coffee. Coffee's an addiction. How many of us have, how much money have you spent at Starbucks? I bet you could buy a car. I know I can. Because I used to love it. I go there 5 times a day. And then one day I looked and I'm like, okay, listen, I moved out to the country. They didn't have no Starbucks. Y'all, I freaked out. I was like, oh man, there. So then I traded that for the Monster coffees, right? Now I'm on the Monster coffees. I'm drinking those. They're bad for me too. Then I have to back off of those, right? So it's like now I'm trying to do something different. Instead of waking up and drinking coffee, I'm drinking green tea, right? So it's just kind of like I'm here. I am. Hey, I'm trying to tell you. Yes. So it's just kind of like, whenever you start looking at this, you didn't even realize it done turned into like a whole addiction and obsession. Because it was like in the morning times, it's like a whole damn cycle. We gonna get up, get ourselves together. We going in there. Listen, we gonna get in that line. I don't care if it's all the way out to the street and somebody got to jump out and direct traffic. We're gonna go get this coffee, okay? And then we'll get our day started. And I remember one day I pulled up in the line. Hey, y'all, this old man, he was not playing about his coffee. This lady jumped in front of me. He jumped out of his car. He went over there. He said, ma'am, he was like, we all been waiting here for 15 minutes. He was like, and you jumped her. He was like, you should have gotten in the back of the line. I mean, y'all listen, he was serious. And I was sitting there and I was like, he said, we come here every morning. And I noticed I had been seeing this man consistently. He's like, we come here every morning, the same time. He was like, and now you want to jump her. He said, you should have gotten the back of the line. He said, or you should have got here early. I was like, okay, here we go. Right. And I'm just looking around and I'm like, damn, we are some regulars here. At this point, now we know each other by name. Okay. We know what kind of coffee we drink. Like, man, hold on. And it just becomes a routine. You see? So it's like, check your routine and see what is non-toxic or what's become a codependency for you. right? That's like somebody that gambling. Okay, gambling can be an addiction. I watched a family member go through this. This person would cry if they couldn't go and gamble. It got that bad, right? Yeah. I'm trying to listen now. Yeah. Exactly, and see where you was an employee there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These people are very, very serious, and yeah. So this is the thing. This is where this Virgo full moon comes in with the lunar eclipse. With it, what we do is we start taking a scalpel and going through and saying, okay, what we cutting out here? What we not gonna be doing? Because, and also Virgo rules the stomach. Okay, your intestines. Like I said, right now you're probably paying a big, big part of your day is paying attention to your diet and what you're consuming. Because it's like, okay, I don't something that you used to love, you possibly have cut off right now, and you're like, yeah, I ain't eating that no more. I'm not drinking that anymore, right? Because your body is talking to you. See, I am trying to say, look, you know your customers, right? I remember whenever I worked at McDonald's, whenever I was way younger, a teenager, we had this guy. He would come in and he would order a Big Mac with no pickles, pickle juice. Okay. And then we had this other woman, she would come in and she would order a number one large with a Diet Coke. And one day somebody gave her the medium Diet Coke, okay? And my homegirl was in college and she come in and she was fussing. And my homegirl looked at her, she said, everything is large. The burger, the fries, she was like, and you're worried about the Diet Coke being large? She was like, you should be worried about all the calories you're eating. Y'all, my own girl flipped out on her. She walked over there and she was like, here's your large Diet Coke to go with your large fry. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Hey, it was just a weird thing, but we knew who was coming in, right? And it's like once you start recognizing these faces, hey, and it gets real toxic sometimes too. You learn a lot whenever you work at them fast food and coffee shops. Yeah. Somebody is in denial that you know how to lead now because of all of these toxic traits like I'm talking about, right? You fix these about yourself and you don't resonate with that energy anymore, and somebody's just in denial that you ain't that person anymore. Like I do things different now. Okay. I don't live life like that anymore, on the edge and aggressively and making all these crazy decisions, things like that. That's why I said now this devil wants to be paid, and somebody is coming over here and they think they finna get you involved in something, and it's like, I ain't even been around. I ain't been in that town. I don't know what's going on with you, but yeah, you need to get yourself together. You optimistic taco truck. Y'all's names be watching. It matches y'all's energy. Weird. I'm just saying. I've been here an hour and 46 minutes. And we had a couple weirdos. And we had a couple that stepped in class tonight that's just getting started. Babe, somebody come here and said it. Optimistic taco truck BQ4E says James in all caps. Yeah. A little stalkerish, are we? You got your phone?
No, I ain't finna look at it.
You can turn that lamp off if you want to. That's right. That's what I say. Listen, tomorrow gonna be a great day. I already manifested the day before. Yeah, we already in tomorrow. It's what, 1 o'clock in the morning, I think. Yes, 12:55. Might as well say it's 1. Yeah, Bill, you're right. It is. Yeah. Um, and that's why I tell the divine masculine not to be so hard on themselves, because whenever you look at like how they was raised and what they was, what they was programmed to do, they was not programmed to love on themselves, have emotions, things like this. So these karmic feminines take full advantage of that, especially the ones in like the religious sector and all of that stuff. Yeah. They're like, oh no, we're supposed to do this. This is what we're supposed to be doing. And no, it's not either. Free will is not nowhere in that narrative at all. Oh, it's a mess too. The Chariot. That's why a lot of them riding out. They leaving. They like, going and getting a new beginning. And then y'all know some of them, they trap them with these kids. Yeah. They trap them with these kids. They think just because somebody got a kid with somebody, they got to stay with them. Hell to the no, you don't. Listen now. Learn how to co-parent. And some of these babies' mamas, babies' daddies need to understand this. Like, sometimes you should outgrow somebody. And that should be okay. But it's like, you got these people, they turning into mental patients, y'all. Okay? And I ain't even laughing. They turning into whole mental patients because they're like, what do you mean you're moving on with your life and with somebody else? Yeah. Look at how you're acting. No, I need to get the kids away from that. Listen, now you're unstable. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't get your way, and now you're over here, like little Bill over here. He's over here throwing a tantrum because he can't have a Twix at 12 o'clock at night, and you don't get your way, and that's how you act. Like, hold on, we need to, because look how you're reacting to something so small. When I tell you no, that I can't do A, B, C, or D, and then you freaking out. The emotional intelligence, the emotional, y'all remember what I thought, the trauma. How does somebody respond, you know what I'm saying, whenever there is a circumstance that comes up and it's like, oh, okay, well, can't do this, can't do that, blah, blah, blah. How do they respond to that? Is it like a 2-year-old? Is it like a 12-year-old? Or is it like a grown man, or woman? Some people, they respond at whatever age they was traumatized at. And y'all wonder why some of these people only watch you, because they can't come toward you, because you have vocabulary now they don't understand, which is peace, which is harmony. And I'm not going to fight with you. And the moment that you disrespect me, I'm going to hang up the phone. I'm not going to answer the text, and I'm going to walk off. Like I said the other day, you're responding different in a situation, and whoever likes that messy arguing fight, and I'm gonna call the cops on you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna freak out and bust your windows out your car, they don't know how to handle you, because your maturity level is so high where theirs is so low, because they'll take it to hell if they got to. And you're sitting over here watching some people take it to hell, okay? And you're like, hey, listen, somebody needs to come get you, okay? Because and then they get mad when you laugh at them. But it's like, I'm laughing because I can't believe that you went that low when you took it there. Like, your mama knew. She knew what was good. Listen now. So that's why so many people can only watch from afar now, because it's like, it ain't no games over here. Listen, I got important things to do. I don't know what's going on with you, but you know what? I wish you the best, but I got to get the hell on somewhere. Right? And so, family, I'm gonna leave that there for y'all. I don't know who this devil is that is got to be paid, but somebody finna go to jail, and somebody else finna get a new beginning. I listen now. I don't know why somebody keeps on trying to wrap you up in their mess, but somebody thinks they gonna wrap you up tightly, and yeah, sadly mistaken. Okay, I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Yes, y'all. Thank you so much for the donations and booking readings with me. Okay, and just being here on the channel and supporting everything. I greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I'm going to get a shower and some food. I love y'all. Talk to you soon.